Welcome to the Purposepreneur podcast with K. Francis Smith.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Purposepreneur podcast, episode 1. I am K. Francis Smith, lead pastor of Excel Church Worldwide and creator and founder of the Purposepreneur podcast. I help people find, fund, and fulfill their purpose so they can live their best life and so that the world can become a better place. Now, let me be clear. I am here to debunk the myth that you must go to and graduate from a college or any other sanctioning body to excel in life financially. I believe that you can live a life of freedom. I believe you can live your life's calling, and I believe you can live a life of purpose. Now, if you hang in there to the end of this podcast, got some discounts, some bonuses, and some giveaways just for you. So hang in there with me and we'll get to the end together and we'll be all the better for it. Now, we are on a journey, and I want you to know that this journey is more like a marathon than it is a sprint. So I want you to get your wind up, get ready, because if you stay the course, you get better, you get stronger, you get wiser, you last longer. Okay, so hang in there. I believe in you. You believe in yourself? You're here, so I believe you believe, and I believe what you believe. Now, by the end of this, what I want to do is I'd love to share an opportunity with you to take this a little bit further, okay? And to get you expedited in your process of purpose. No matter where you are in life, we all have purpose and we all have a process. And there are only two ways to learn, okay? There are teachers and there is torture, okay? And torture teaches you what the teacher didn't. So the idea of this is we want to make sure we're living a life of purpose, okay? If you've ever asked yourself the question, why do I exist? Why am I here? What is my purpose in life? Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Well, then guess what? You are in the right place, because I exist to streamline the processing of your purpose. And most people, the problem is, by the time they figure out what to do with life, it's too late. So if you've tuned in today, this is a game changer for you. This is a great moment in your life. This is a milestone moment. You have made the right step, and I am super excited for you. Now, let me give you some facts just to let you know the type of playing field you're on, okay? According to the Small Business Association, there are 30.7 million small businesses. Now, that's just in the United States. 30.7 million small businesses in the U.S., which account for 99.9% of U.S. small businesses. If you're not in business right now, there are 30.7 people who beat you out the gate. So I'm here to help you get in the game. If you're already in the game, listen, there are still levels to this. So let's get in where we fit in, and then let's excel from there, okay? So the reality is that according to Forbes, there are 18.6 million millionaires in the United States. Now, that was according to 2019. I'm sure there was some more made in 2020, but that's 40% of the world's total. So we've got nearly half of the world's millionaires in the United States. What does that mean? That means you can do this. Yes, you can. I say again, you can do this. I want you to say that to yourself. Just say, I can do this. You mean to tell me 18.6 million people are in the same nation as me? I can do this. And maybe you're already a millionaire. That's great too. But I want you to know that there's more than money. There is a purpose. And in the interest of this, I want to introduce you to a young man who is blazing the trail. He is a phenom. Ladies and gentlemen, please meet Mr. CEO, Trey Brown.
Virgo is a unisex designer, clothing brand based in Philadelphia, owned and operated by me. I'm shipping out packages on a daily, nationally and internationally. Virgos, it's a movement. Right here, this is the Leo sweatsuit. This is our ultimate bestseller. A lot of different celebrities were seen wearing this sweatsuit. The Baby, Little Dirk, few basketball players we're seeing wearing Spurgo.
My little brother right here. Hanging out at Made in America.
Some of my proudest moments was definitely being able to retire my mom.
It was his goal for me to be home, to be able to help him and be more present, with him and his siblings.
We manage every order, with this clipboard. It's I would say about 20 pages now, just 4 different orders, making sure all orders get shipped. Right now, I'm packing up a few orders. This is going to Missouri, Louisiana, Philadelphia, PA, the hometown, Delaware, Atlanta, Georgia, Virginia, Texas, Maryland, New York, Georgia. Right now we're at Share Talent Barbershop and Salon. This is where the beginning of Spurgo, the first barbershop I ever came into. I came in here with a bag full of shirts. I asked Mr. Omar, could I sell, some Spurgo in here? He said yes. I was a little nervous.
My name's Trey Brown. I'm 12 years old. I started my own clothing line and everything.
Everybody, supported Spurgo and supported what I had going on. Became a family after this, always coming in, just stopping by, constant support every time I come into Share Talent.
Welcome back, man. Thanks for coming back to the hood. We see you doing big things in the world.
Yeah, started off here.
Yeah, you don't remember.
Yeah. Coming from Philadelphia, there is a lot of violence and there is a lot of crime. But my thing is, I want to show the youth that it's a different way.
Many people in our community is hopeless, and it's kind of like you kind of take what you get, but he's choosing not to take what statistics say and what is assumed his future should be.
Ooh, I got a shipment coming in today. A lot of times that's what a lot of the kids grew up in. They grew up in seeing negative things, but I'm showing kids that it's another way, that you don't have to go that way. You could be positive, you could be powerful, you could own your own business, you could get on jets, you could travel. It's bigger than, it's bigger than the streets of Philadelphia, and I'm showing them that as long as you work hard, you're determined, you're passionate about what you want to do, you could achieve anything.
Now, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Can you believe it? Yeah, young people all over the world doing business. One of the challenges that older people have is that we've been conditioned. Now there's a younger generation that came up with cell phones, and they just believe in the power of reach, technology. They're in a digital age. We're in the same age. And if I could be totally honest with you, no matter how old you are or how young you are, nobody has more than 24 hours in a day. I don't care if you're 9 or 90. We all get the same 24 hours. Trey Brown, I want to say salute. Trey Brown, you are the entrepreneur of the week. Man, what a story. Retiring your mom. As a teenager, 13, retiring your mom, man, big deal. Listen, and I know what you're thinking. Well, he was trained to do that. Well, guess what? You're no different than he is. I mean, when I think about my own story, I had to go through a lot. I was born in a place called Mission Hill Projects in Roxbury, Massachusetts. And guess what? My mom didn't do business. My dad did business, but it wasn't legal business. And I grew up without both of them. And guess what? I took some wrong turns, found myself not at ground zero. I found myself in the negative. And guess what I learned? I learned that as long as there's opportunity, you've got the shot. You can make it. The truth be told, there's no excuse, because the only one stopping me was me. I went through my life wondering, why am I here? Why would I be born in Roxbury? Why would I be raised in the inner cities of Mattapan? Why was gang violence all around me? And I found myself getting into a lot of trouble. And the great thing about it is that whenever you're living a life of purpose, whenever you live on purpose, and whenever you get that startling revelation, you know what? I am designed to change lives. Now, for me, the moment came when I got in trouble. The moment I got in trouble with the law, the moment I found myself in an imprisonment situation, I realized, you know what? Man, Somebody else is going through this, and now I'm going through this to help somebody else. So by the time I came out of it, guess what? I realized now I've got a story and I've got some experience that can help someone else. The truth of the matter of life is, when I lost my mom, that made me be able to help someone else. When my mom contracted the HIV virus, guess what? That made me able to help someone else. Whenever you go through something, you realize, man, there's purpose in this. So these are what we call assignments. Now, I have been graced and blessed to help literally thousands of people transform their lives. I am a pastor. I have been a minister of the gospel for 25 years. I've been pastoring Excel Church for 15 years. And there were people who came in and they were eating out of garbage cans. And guess what? Now they manage apartment complexes. Now, guess what? They are on their way to life's purpose. I found people who are on drugs, and guess what? Help them get off drugs, help them find purpose in life. I've helped people who were literally homeless get themselves in a position, not just to get on their own feet, not just to pull themselves up by the bootstrap, but the divine design is for them to help someone else. So I'm grateful for the privilege to be able to share. I'm here emptying myself out that I help someone else. I pray this is helping you. So the reason why most people don't make it is because people find themselves doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a miracle. Most people lack the discipline, lack the self-control, or the drive that it takes. And guess what? They need someone else to help them along the way, just to get that nudge. There are times, if I can be totally transparent, where I myself, I know how to work out, I know how to exercise, but there are some times where you need that added motivation. You need that person to push you. And guess what? That's what I'm here to do. I am here to push you. No matter what age or stage you are in life, it's never too late. I want you to realize the possibleness, yes, the possibleness of your existence. So, I want to share some information with you. I've got a module I'm going to share with you. This can change your life. It can help you. So come on, let's go on over to the board and let's see if we can get some work done here and see how we can go. All right. The purpose ingredients formula, all right, starts off with purpose. It's the platform or the position. This is the thing that everybody wants. Everybody wants the platform. Everybody wants the position. Why? Because that's where the effects come from. But this isn't the only ingredient for purpose, right? There are some other ingredients. So it starts off with the platform or the position. I want you to know this. The position is already prepared. It's already been prepared. That means that the place is already there. There's a place with your name on it. There's a position with your name on it. There's a platform with your name on it right now. And guess what? There's also the person. That's you, that's me, that's whoever it might be, the person. Now, while the person is here, the platform's already prepared. Look at what the person is preparing. The person is preparing. That means that the person is in a perpetual state of preparation. The person is a professional preparer, meaning the person's always preparing for the platform. Why? Because the platform was already there. It's kind of like the world. The world was here when you got here. The womb was there before you filled the womb. The reality is, the place is always prepared before the person gets there. So the person is now preparing for the position. The worst thing is to get in a position that you're not prepared for. Nothing worse than getting in a position prematurely because the right thing at the wrong time is definitely the wrong thing. So you got the platform, it's already prepared. You've got the person perpetually, a professional preparer. When we're not on our platform, what are we doing? We're preparing for the platform. We're always preparing. What does a speaker do when he's not speaking? He's preparing to speak. And then lastly, you've got the people. The people are being processed. So while the platform is prepared, the person is preparing, the people are being processed. What does that mean? It looks like this. The people are prepared after the place and the person, meaning the platform's ready. The person is preparing and could possibly feel ready and even be ready in a real way. But the challenge here for the person who's been preparing with all they've got, getting themselves ready, they might have lessons, they might have taken so much training, they're ready for the championship, but they will never get the championship fight until the time is right. Why? Because the people are being processed and prepared for the person on the platform. Got it? Got it? Let me say that one more time. The person here can be frustrated. If this is a preacher like I was, when I was a preacher, I had tons of messages, nowhere to preach them. The platform was already ready for me, but the people weren't processed yet. There are people who will hear your voice and they'll respond to you. And when that right moment comes, that moment in time comes, there'll be no question that you're the guy, you're the female, you're the person, the man, the woman. Whenever that people are ready, they've been fully processed, this platform becomes purposeful. See, you can go here if you want, promote yourself. You can get on, you can make your own situation. You can make yourself anything. I've made myself some crazy things in life. But you cannot manufacture what only God can produce. Whenever you get the power of purpose inside of you, you realize that timing is paramount and the people must be right. Why? Because money doesn't come out of trees. It doesn't fall from the sky. We're in a digital age. We know what it is. Money comes from people. Money comes from people. And until the people are processed, this platform is an empty place. Because this person is perpetually preparing for the platform and the people, and that's where we meet purpose. All right, so that was the purpose ingredients formula, and I hope it enlightened you. I hope it sparked something in you that can take and make a brush fire into a great big forest fire of purpose in your life. You deserve to live the free life. You deserve to live a life of purpose. So many people ask me, Pastor Smith, how did you know when it was your purpose? How did you know what you were called to do? So many people ask me. I mean, at what age did you know? Was it a voice that came from heaven? Did it sound like James Earl Jones? You know, Luke, use the force, Luke. You know, what did it sound like? Was it an audible voice? And they want to know, how do I know? What are some of the signs of purpose? And so many people have asked me that I came up with a course. I had to really do a lot of studying of the lives of successful people who are really fulfilled and living purpose-filled lives. And along with my own journey, I had to chart the course and just figure out, what is it that makes people purposeful? What is it that helps us to find purpose? And so what I came up with was a 5-week course, okay? Now, this 5-week course includes 5 modules and 5 coaching sessions, okay? As well as weekly emails. Now, this is all valued at $2,997, right? $2,997. Well, what's the proof that it works? The proof that it works is I'm standing here before you. I've charted my course. I know exactly what it took for me to get from where I was to where I am. I know what it was to be in transitional housing and have to figure it out with bills, backed up child support to the tune of close to $40,000, fines, $25,000, backed up bills, another $50,000. I know what it was to get that and have to pay that off within 6 months. This is normally valued at $29.97. This is me investing myself in you. This is me making sure I hold your hand walk with you, coach you. It's going to be molded, and this will help you get there faster. A lot of things we do don't get us there faster. I mean, let's face it, we do conferences, and the average conference, you go, you got to get travel, you got to get flight, you got to get hotel. Let's just say flight's $350. Let's just say hotel's $300. You've got travel, you've got food, then you've got to register for the conference itself. Let's just say $2,000 for a conference. No contact, no follow-up, no follow-through. There's no mentorship. There's literally, it's a high five and you're gone, right? Well, I just decided instead of just putting materials out, we decided, hey, it would be better if we invested, put time into the people, and help them get to the place of purpose and prayerfully monetization or funding and fulfillment of that purpose. We want to help. Remember, we're going to find it, we're going to fund it, and we want to fulfill the purpose. So with that, $29.97 is normally what that is. But since it's the first episode of the Purposepreneur podcast, and since you are so amazing and I am feeling it, we decided that maybe if we did it for $14.97 or $19.97, it would be worth it, right? $19.97, that would be good. It's less than $29.97. And then we decided, well, hey, you only get one first episode, right? So you get the 5 modules, the 5 coaching sessions, you get the weekly emails from me for $9.97. $9.97. Now, you can do that in a one pay. That's normally valued at $29.97. That's $29.97. Someone would say, well, that's a lot. Well, I've gone to conferences, and I'm sure you've probably gone to them, and what we do is we book airlines and flights for $300 to $500, and then we get a hotel that's $300 to $500, and then we've got to get transportation, and we get food, then we've got to register, which is usually $300 to $500. And by the time we're done, we get it to about $2,000. That's if we don't go shopping for clothes or whatever else. And then guess what? No one's there to hold your hand. There's not even, literally, they're selling you up with merchandise. You're buying the DVDs, and you're buying the products, the digital products and things like that, and you're oversold and undervalued. And guess what? At the end of the day, you really needed someone to walk with you. Well, I'm here to walk with you. I could have easily said, hey, we're going to just drop some documents and you can walk through the modules yourself. But I want to make sure that I do my best to help people succeed. It's more about the goal. The goal is a purposepreneur nation. People who are living their life on purpose. People who have found, funded, and fulfilled their purpose. That's our goal. So we're here to do that. So we asked the question, would $19.97, would that be fair? Would that be fair? Yeah, it would be fair. Sure it would. I mean, I'm giving my time. That's all I've got. I mean, once my time's up, I'm out of here, right? I'm expired. So my time is all I have. So $19.97, that would be fair. But since this is the first episode of the Purposepreneur podcast, we've decided that we'll do the 5-week coaching with the 5 modules, with the 5 coaching sessions, with the weekly emails from me for $9.97. $9.97. Now, you can do a 1-pay or a 3-pay. It's up to you how you do it. It's well worth it, and I will do the 5-week coaching. And just to make it even better, we'll throw in some Q&A so we can get those questions answered. The Q&As, that's questions and answers, okay? As well as fresh content from me. All right? Now, I've helped a lot of people. I mean, more than hundreds. I've helped a lot of people, including myself. And I have literally transformed my life by the grace of God. And I've done a bachelor's degree, 2 master's degrees. I've been married over 20 years. We've got a very successful, fruitful church that's over 2,000 members. We're successful in business. And I'm just graced to be able to live a life on purpose. I've never worked a day of my life as an adult. I'm grateful. I mean, I had one job as a carpenter. I had to take that. But other than that, I've just been living my life on purpose. This offer is good until midnight, okay? Now remember, there are only two ways to learn. That's coaching or calamity. Calamity teaches you what coaching didn't. And you were not designed for calamity. You have been designed for coaching. Think about it. Greatest basketball player. You can make it LeBron, you can make it MJ. Guess what they both have in common? Coaching. Best golfer, you can say it's Jack Nicklaus, or you can say it's Tiger Woods. You can say Tom Watson, whoever you want to say. Guess what they all have in common? Caddies, coaches. Best singer, oh, this is Whitney Houston. No, Aretha Franklin. No, Barbara Streisand. Whoever your favorite is, guess what they had? They had a coach. Guess what I've got? Coaches. Guess what makes life a lot more accurate and purposeful and fulfilling? It's a coach. So the offer is good until midnight tonight. You want it? It's here. I'm grateful. Thank you so much for tuning into this podcast. This is episode 1 of the Purposepreneur podcast with yours truly, K. Francis Smith. Remember, we are in a marathon together. We're walking this thing out together. It costs nothing to view this, and we've added enough value. Here's the last thing I want to say. The resource that I just shared with you was 1/3 of the entire resource. So what I'm going to do today is you can go ahead and you can download the free resource, the resource with the other 2/3 of it. Go to kfrancissmith.tv, www.kfrancissmith.tv, and you can download the free resource, and I hope it does something good for you. I hope it helps you get some direction and just get you started. We just want to get you started. Remember, it's one step at a time. Okay, that's my time. I want to say thank you again for tuning in. This is K. Francis Smith signing off, saying, live life on purpose. And we're in this together. We're going to find, we're going to fund, and we're going to fulfill purpose together. Until next week, you take care and live life on purpose. My mom and dad weren't married when they had me, and my dad moved out of state for a better life, and my mom married a drug dealer. I was a kid who knew the right thing to do, but once my mom contracted the HIV virus, I stayed around all the wrong influences, and I got into a world of trouble. When I discovered my uniqueness and what it enabled me to accomplish, I began to believe in the power of purpose and achieve massive success. That's when I learned true freedom is in helping others to do the same.
Join K. Francis Smith, the longtime pastor and entrepreneur, as he helps you think through finding, funding, and fulfilling your purpose in life. Each Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, Podbean, Facebook, YouTube, and Amazon Alexa.
You can never hit purpose on accident. You can only hit purpose